Yes, girls. Now, after the adjustments of workmen compensation or other reserves or any undistributed profits, one more thing that is done at the time of, that is very mandatory, very important, indispensable thing that we do at the time of change in the profit sharing ratio. Maybe the change is due to anything, but as long as change is happening, the adjustment for the change that is happening for assets and liabilities also has to be covered. That means at that time, see, the value of assets and liabilities does not remain the same throughout. We had purchased the assets when the previous decision was taken, when the previous consent of the partners agreement was made at that time. 10 years later, after that, now the profit sharing ratio is changed. Maybe because of admission of a partner, maybe because of retirement of a partner, or because of mutual consent. The change in the ratio is happening. That means the assets that were purchased 10 years back, the liabilities that were due, loans that were taken 10 years back, the status of those assets and liabilities is not the same after 10 years. That means there is some increase or decrease in the value of those assets. That means that the new profit, in case the admission of a partner, will it be justified for the new partner to share the liability which was due 10 years before, or he should be made a partner to the asset that was acquired by the previous partners? No. That means at the time of reconstitution, the change in the profit sharing may be because of any reason, maybe because of death, insolvency, admission, retirement, or consent change. For any reason, the adjustment for the assets and liabilities is done as well. The assets and liabilities have to be changed. So it is necessary at that time to reevaluate all the assets of the firm. In case of admission of the partner, revaluation, that means we have to, they may be at the advantage or disadvantage. There should be no advantage or disadvantage due to the change in the market value of asset and liabilities. So we make a revaluation account. There are journal entries that we do. I'll show you. See, this is the account that we prepare, the revaluation account that we prepare. This is the new account that we prepare to revalue the assets and liabilities. Suppose there is decrease in the value of assets. Always remember, revaluation account is a nominal account. Revaluation account is a account for losses on profits. So it is a nominal account, and the rule for nominal account is debit all losses and expenses, credit all incomes. So loss will happen because of these two possibilities. Either the value of liability increases, or the value of asset decreases. That will result into a loss to the business. These will be debited. And profits will happen for asset and liabilities if the value of assets increase or the value of liabilities decreases. It is a profit. So profit means credit side of revaluation account. And there are some unrecorded assets जो पहले रिकॉर्ड नहीं किए थे, now they have to be recorded, तो वो profit ही हो गया एक तरह से. That is like increase in the value of assets. और unrecorded liabilities, that is a loss. पहले नहीं रिकॉर्ड की थी पर वो है, so that means that is a loss. Unrecorded liability, that is a loss, that is equal to increase in liability. Now we record all these things here. In case this side exceeds profits, the profits increase, profits are more than the losses, the balancing figure will be profit, which will be distributed among all the partners in the old ratio. In case the expenses, the losses increase, they are more than the profits, the result of this account will be a loss which will be distributed or borne by the all partners in the old ratio. Okay, or the partners that were there before. In case the new partner, no, this is not a account or the distribution to be made for the new partners. It is always the old partners, old ratio. This is the revaluation account. This can be done with the help of journal entries also. Journal entries, if you remember the account, is the easiest way of learning. The journal entry is very easy. Revaluation, see, the value is decrease in the value. In case increase in the value, assets will be debited. Assets to revaluation. We remember making 11th we did the assets to revaluation. In case from the journal entry we have to make a ledger, from the ledger account we have to make the journal entry, assets to revaluation, revaluation to assets, revaluation to liabilities, revaluation to liabilities, assets to revaluation, liabilities to revaluation, assets to revaluation. Like this we had done. Anyway, I'll show you here. It is very clearly given in your textbook also. Here I've taken this. It is clearer. In case increase in the value of asset, asset to revaluation we will take. Increase in the value, asset to revaluation. Reduction in the value of liability, liability to revaluation. That particular liability, the profit and loss balance or the provisions that are taken or a new reserve, anything, that name of the liability will be given, bank overdraft, any name that is given, that liability to revaluation. For recording or selling an unrecorded asset, that unrecorded asset to revaluation. Reduction, for in case reduction in the value of asset, revaluation to asset. Increase in the value of liability, revaluation to liability. Recording or making payment of unrecorded liability, revaluation to unrecorded liability. Revaluation to partner's capital account. In case there is transfer or gain on revaluation, revaluation to partner's capital account, or transfer of losses, old partner's capital to revaluation. It is always in the old ratio. Always remember, it is in the old ratio, and this has been done. We will keep doing this in the accounts also now.